Mr. Mishra. Can you hear me well?
Yes, yes, I can hear you well.
Lovely. How are you doing today?
Pretty good, pretty good. How about yourself?
Pretty great too. I'm kind of mind blown by all the showcases, and I have to tell you, I just discovered your protocol, and for me, it's quite a life-changing experience. I won't tell too much because probably you will showcase all the features, but thank you for saving so much time, sir. So I'm eagerly looking forward to hear what you and your team have been building, your showcase. So please, Mr. Mishra, introduce yourself and your colleagues, and most of all, the interesting core functionalities of Bungee.
Thank you for your kind words. And this is the mission we are on to save a lot of time and money for everyone in the space. So, GM folks, I'm Apoorv. I'm the head of operations and growth at Socket and Bungee, and I've been working with the team for like a little over a year now. And honestly, the journey has been amazing with so much cool stuff being shipped out at such insane speeds that I can't even begin to tell you. And this is Piyush. He helps us with marketing Bungee and also like handling everything related to community. And we're glad to be here today. So, yep, I think we can get started. So today, we're here to present our protocol, Bungee. Bungee is built on top of Socket. Socket is our interop protocol, and Bungee kind of acts as our liquidity layer, which is free to use for the public. And can we go on the next slide, please? Yep. So, like all of you know, we have a lot of new chains popping up, every day in Web3, and there are already more than 200 layer two chains and solutions which are just like EVM based, and the non EVM side has also been popping up rapidly. So, uh, since there are so many chains and they are going to keep increasing, bridging between most of them is a pain, as you all must have known. To bridge your assets from one place to another, you can either use native bridges, but you can't bridge back for a week, or you can, go to third party bridges, but you'll have to compare each of them individually and who is giving you what speed, what cost, and it starts becoming a pain if you have to do it regularly. So the problem currently we are facing is bridges are unreliable, they're inefficient, and basically there are a lot of bridge delays. There are so many bridges to choose from. They are slow, they're expensive, their liquidity is fragmented. So on the popular chains your transactions might go through pretty quickly, but on chains which are not as popular as Optimism or Arbitrum, you know you might face bridge delays since there is a shortage of liquidity on that particular chain, right? So to solve this, what we've done is our mission was to make it as simple as just entering values and just approving your transaction, right? So uh, when you particularly talk about uh, bridges infrastructure, it's still very nascent, with everything that's been going on in the space. So what Bungee really does here is Bungee acts as a bridge aggregator and has all the top bridges integrated into Bungee, as well as all the top dexes integrated. So you can literally go from any token on any chain to any token on any chain in just one single click. And to uh, so this is kind of like a snapshot of what Bungee looks like. You just have to select your source and destination chain. You have to select your token from our list, and in case you don't find your token in the list, you can always import the token's contract address and you can still bridge that token. So Bungee kind of shows you all the bridging routes which are available for your transaction, and it automatically suggest like the best route depending on your preference. And so since our launch in the past year, we've already enabled 200,000 unique users to transact using Bungee. uh, we've seen over $1 billion in volume just on Bungee alone, and we've amassed a community of more than 150K people across all our socials. So this kind of serves as a testament that people are actually uh, frustrated with like the bridging experience they've been having and all the difficulties that accompany it, and they've started to shift the solutions which kind of make their life easier and save them money and time like while they're at it, right? So uh, with dexes integrated, and you can move from any token to any token. Bungee literally, so how it works is you enter your values, and it'll display like the most efficient routes you have available depending on your preference. Now your preference can be either it can be speed, or it can be cost, right? So once you enter your details, it will automatically compare all the options available, and it will suggest you the best route, which will also show you how many dollars you're saving by choosing that particular bridge instead of like all the other options that are available. And you can do all of this for no additional cost. Bungee is completely free to use for the people, and we don't charge anything. You just have to pay the gas fees and just the bridges cost. Other than that, there are no additional charges whatsoever. And since like our since our launch, we have countless testimonials, which some of them you can see on your screen right here, which are people praising Bungee and like appreciating Bungee post their experience, which was smooth, and it was easy to use. The UX is nice, and we couldn't be more happy. Like this is what like we're trying to build towards, right? uh, yeah. But making bridging simpler is just the first step of the ladder, right? uh, we've been So to tackle this, we've also launched a product called Refuel. It has been live for about 7 to 8 months now on Bungee. The basic functionality of Refuel is, uh, suppose you want to explore like a new ecosystem, right? Let's take maybe ZK Sync, for example, with like all of the hype they have, right? So to onboard to ZK Sync, you'll have to you know get gas over there first. Without that, you won't be able to make further transactions, right? So what Refuel does is, you can swap a small amount of your tokens on your source chain to native tokens on the destination chain, which helps you which facilitates like the further transactions you're going to do after your bridging is complete, and helps you easily explore multiple ecosystems, right? So it automatically detects if you don't have native node tokens on the destination chain, and gives them to you in exchange for native tokens on the source chain. So uh, what what this has solved is, now exploring chains is way easier than earlier. It was earlier, if you have been in the space for some time now, you must remember, if you want like gas on a new chain, you'd either have to go through the central exchanges route, where you buy a small amount and you bridge it over, or you would have to end up asking your friends to give you some small amount of gas to maybe explore the ecosystem, or you would have to trust shady faucets, which would result in anything for that matter. So to solve that, we built Refuel, and the response has been great. We have over 1 million transactions in Refuel alone. And of course, Bungie loves Aurora. We are extremely grateful for for like Aurora to be a part of Bungie, and also present us with countless opportunities to interact with their community. And in return, we've seamlessly onboarded countless users and a lot of liquidity to Aurora as well. which enabled them to explore Aurora's ecosystem to the fullest. So, with that thought in mind, you know, we have always kept users at the core of everything we do, and naturally, security is something that can't be taken lightly or can be overlooked, and is extremely essential for us, and was like a major focus when we were building Bungee. And what we do is, firstly, like, our team comprises entirely of Ethereum Foundation and Polygon's veterans, very early members of both. And to do this, Bungie never ever interacts or holds users funds. Everything is in the user's control, and they can, we only route their funds. There are no infinite approvals, and the users are completely in control of their funds at all times. Our code is completely open source and has been audited multiple times. Next slide, please. Thank you. So, on our roadmap, we have a lot of exciting stuff rolling out really soon, which includes adding support to and from more chains which are coming up, as well as adding more bridges so that users continue to find more efficient routes, as well as the, fastest or cheapest depending on their preference. And we also have bridge protection and classic mode rolling out soon. So bridge protection is something which users can opt into for a very small amount, and this protects their bridging transaction from all types of bridge delays, and in the worst case scenarios, bridges getting hacked as well. So how this kind of works is, there is a guaranteed finality, and there is a pool which is on chain. So whenever a transaction gets delayed due to whatever reason, and that time limit, the funds does not get like deposited into their, gets received at their destination within like a set period of time, they'll be reimbursed from the pool itself. So there is guaranteed finality here, as well as classic mode, which kind of shows you what route you will be selecting, and kind of gives you a picture of your transaction before it actually goes through. So you can see where it will be swapped into what token. It might get swapped again to, to the token you selected on, which you might require on a destination chain. So you will be able to get like a clear picture of what's going on while your transaction is in process. That's all from our side, folks. We are very grateful to Aurora for letting us showcase Bungie here and interact with their community. And we'd like to open up the panel for any questions that you might have.
Yeah, many thanks, Mr. Mishra, and your colleague Piyush. It was an amazing presentation. And as we live in a multi-chain world, I'm so thrilled by your smart features. Like I said, this was kind of a life-changing experience to discover you. Like, there's so many bridges out there, so many routes, and it's amazing that you and your team actually provided some features to find the most efficient route. So I was wondering, sir, in your view, what are the main challenges that bridges face, except the features that you currently offer, and how do you aim to tackle those challenges?
Right. So the first and foremost challenge which bridges face currently is that the liquidity is fragmented, right? So if you take multi-chain, for example, they have over $1 billion of liquidity, but that is split up among, 55, 60 chains, and most of it will be on really popular chains, on like, Arbitrum, Optimism, whatever, whichever chain is, hyped up at the moment, that will have more liquidity, others might not. And if you see a sudden influx of users on that particular route, transactions start to, delay and might not go through. So these are kind of the challenges which like are currently like the bridges which are facing. Other than that, of course, security will always be a big challenge still, since bridges are nascent. And last year alone there were so many hacks, all of us know, right? So these two like are the biggest challenges which needs to be tackled. On top of that, the UX of interacting with a bridge is not the smoothest experience ever, right? So to tackle all of these three, we built out Bungee, where we don't have infinite approvals. Users are in control of their funds, and this is the reason we're launching bridge protection as well, to protect the users as much as possible from all of these factors.
Understood. That's loud and clear. Actually, you also answered my next question. It was about the security part. So thank you so much. Um, I'm not sure if my boss is gonna appreciate this. I did this last demo day too, and while listening to your presentation, the Deegan in me comes alive. I really love what you guys are doing, and I was wondering, as far as I know, you don't have a token at the moment. Will there be a token in the near future, sir?
This is a You're really putting me in the spot, right? So this is
uh,
something we can't really
I
give
under
you a complete answer on.
Yeah, if I understand. I hope I don't surprise you, and if you can't answer on this right now, I understand. One thing is for sure, I will keep using your infrastructure and definitely keep you on my radar. If I have ever the chance to see some type of token, yeah, you know what time it is. So, Mr. Mishra, thank you so much for the value you're bringing for all the users in this space. It's super remarkable. You have an outstanding initiative. So, thank you for your presentation. Also, you, Mr. Puyish. And I would love to see you guys at our next demo day and see how you further develop.
Definitely, we're glad to be a part of this, and definitely to be like updated on what's going on. You can definitely follow us on our socials or hop onto our Discord. And we are constantly trying to improve like the entire bridging infrastructure and the space, trying to make it more secure. To kind of do this, we also did a bridge risk framework and released it out, so that all bridges have a rating, and you can kind of go ahead and give that a read, and decide which bridge you actually want to use, and then you can come on to Bungee and of course find like the most efficient route possible at all times.
Amazing. Thank you so much. I wish you all the best behind the screens and hopefully till next time.
Thank you.